Right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, like Brian said, it's Monday, 19th of May, and we just like provide, the news about the TMX updates about that when the, like when and where the exchange is going. And it's going like, in the pretty great direction, right? Together with our captain top trader, Jake, who just like all the time on the charts, like, you can see that market today is like really bit, I'm not really experienced it in the market, but Jake said together with Brian that it's really risky stuff. Yeah, and like of course they were gonna provide today for us some updates about that, maybe which tokens to buy, when's better to trade, when's better to just join that positions. And I think right now, yeah, like definitely need to learn more about the trades. Yeah, so like Jake maybe will gonna do for us in the future, maybe some information how to start for the beginners. Yeah, Jake, if you're ready, you can take it away.
Yeah, yeah. So hello guys. Yeah, it's a Monday. Yeah. So let's break it.
Yeah.
Let's see what we're bringing on. So yeah, as I said, market is really crazy. Basically, we see liquidation in both directions. So as I said, they're taking the money from the market because they're preparing something. Yeah. So basically, in most of the cases, when I see this, they're taking money in long and short trades. This means that it will be really big move coming next. Yeah. So as I said, I think in next 15 days we will see some big move on the market. What that big move means, that means that let's say Ethereum could go to the $3,000. I'll just wait a second, I will share the screen.
Hmm.
Yeah, so basically, this is my crazy chart. Nobody can understand this. Is maybe it's better, yeah. With all of these lines when I read it, but yeah. So yeah, if you can see here now, guys, yeah, this is basically the Ethereum. We see some big moves from this area of 1,500. So when the Jake speak buy here, guys, and also say buy here, this was for few months time of the period. Yeah, basically we've been into the range of this. Let me see, for almost 15 days, and in this range almost 30 days. So basically we've been under 1,800 for almost 30 days. Yeah. So as I said, this was really good opportunity to enter. Basically, market will not wait forever for all of us. So if you have something to buy to spot, you can really use it. And basically, if you can see, when the market is still low with the volume, when the market is taking up and down in both direction, this is when they're preparing something. And if you can see here, when we break 1,800, on that moment, market go really fast, really quick into the 2,000, almost $800. Yeah. So what we are looking now we are in this range. So basically now we are into the range of 2,200 as we are looking up, and up to the 2,000, let's say $700. Yeah. So basically now we are in this window. So we are looking up to go into the both direction. Yeah. So basically for all guys, what I say, guys, if we come close to the 2,300, 200, please buy. Yeah. So basically now this is our buying order for Ethereum. Here, if you can see, we just touched it yesterday once and today once. So basically this is our buying entry point, but why is this very valuable for now? Is that Ethereum will break this range. Basically, Ethereum will go about 2,700. Then the next range is up to the $4,000. Yeah. So basically, if you are going into the US, you will not miss a lot. Basically, if you buy now at 2,500, this is just few percent from 2,350. Yeah. So basically, you will not miss a lot, but you will miss this big move up. Yeah. So this is what is very important. So basically, when we are preparing for these big moves, every buy into the channel close to the midline or close to the support is really good. Yeah. So basically for us as a buyers, because why we need this? Because we have the TGA event. From TGA event, we are now at 100 and almost 17 Ethereum. So we are already almost at 25% of our pool progress, what is really good. And all these Ethereums will be put on the market, basically. So for the guys who buy, let's say at 1,500, when Jake said basically buy here, guys, yeah, when I said that, these guys are almost, I think, 70% in plus, yeah. So let's say if you invest $10,000, you already have $17,000 into the TMX, yeah. So that means when we got listed, when we go to exchange, this could go to from 2 to 3x basically. So this could go maybe to the 30 to 40 or even $50,000, yeah. after month, two, or in some period of time. So that means that your $10,000 what you buy here in this area can become maybe 30 or 40,000. But what I want to say, guys, you are still not late. We are still into the range. So basically, this was our previous range. I will now write it. So if you buy into this range, it was really good. Basically, if you buy here, when you see it, you didn't make any miss. Basically, you can miss for a few $100s. Yeah, and this is what we also have here. Basically, we also have still range, so you will not miss a lot. It's just few $100 because when the market make the breakout, we will go to the $4,000. Yeah, why we will go to there? I will now show you on the previous chart. So basically, now we are in this point. Yeah, if you can see here, we are just preparing for this big push up into the $4,000. So if you can see here, this is our range. This is a range from 2,300 to 2,700. So this is the range. The range can take some times until the market see the breakout. So probably maybe we will see once again 2,200. I cannot guarantee this, but this could also happen. But we will also see 2,700, maybe once or two times before we see the breakout. But when we see the breakout, this is the moment. Yeah, basically when we see this breakout, we will just go into the 3,400. This will happen maybe in one day. Yeah, if you can see, day or two max. And from that moment, we will see some small consolidation, and next range is 4,000, 4,100. So that means that if you even buy now into this consolidation phase, if you even buy now, you can benefit really big, because with us, with our move, this can go, even if we go just to 3,500, this is already 40%. Basically, if you invest $20,000, that means you will have $28,000 into the value of TMX tokens. Yeah, basically from that moment. And this, if we just go double, this could be almost, I don't know, $60,000, $56,000. If you just only double the token price, that means that your $20,000 what you buy now could go almost to the $60,000. So this is almost 3x because you buy it when Ethereum is lower. So this is what I want to say, guys. It's still not late. Please take your position. You can just imagine what happened if we go back to the 4,200, what we have before. This is almost 70%. Basically, with $20,000, this is, guys, yeah, I don't even know how to calculate it anymore. This is, I think, really big amount of the money what you can bring, plus 2 to 3x what you can bring on. So this is why I want to say, you guys. Basically, with the $20,000, you can just make small calculation. Basically, if you go with 0.7, this is $14,000. That means that you will have $34,000. Basically, $34,000 into the value of TMX. Plus, if we go double, this is already $68,000. That means that your $20,000 could go to the $68,000 just in one swing, yeah, just in one buy and just in one pre-move. So this is what I want to say, guys. You are still not late. Please go and buy your position, because if you can see, when we see the breakout of these channels, it just pumps. Just 1 or 2 days, it take it just to go in this range. So basically, this is what can happen. Now we are in this range. Basically, we are in this range, and we are just waiting for this breakout. If you can see, we are just waiting for this breakout, and when we break it, at that moment, Ethereum is unstoppable. Basically, all this next range is $4,000. So this is what I want to share with you guys. If you can see here, this is also our old range. So basically, before we go first time to the $4,000, this is also where we've been. Basically, when we break $2,700, at that moment, we just push into the $4,000. Basically, if you can see here, this happens maybe in a week, and just after 1 week, we've been already at $4,200. So this is what I want to show you guys. Buy Ethereum, hold your position, because when the breakout happens, it will be really big and really huge, and you can double or even triple your money easy. Easy with TMX, and this is what I want to teach you guys. This is how you build your position for the long term, and this is how you increase your value, and this is how you increase your gains for the long term. So as I said, now Ethereum is still looking into the range. As I said, it still could go a little bit lower, but as I said, the lowest what I'm looking on in this cycle, if we see some really bad news on the market, will be around $2,100. Basically, this is, I think, the lowest of the possible. What we will maybe be able to see, but I cannot guarantee you this, guys. So maybe it will this happen in maybe 1 hour period of the time, and then market will just pump it back. Yeah. So basically, if you are ready for that, you can wait, but I can assure you, Ethereum will break 2,700, and when it break it, we will go to the $4,000 just in few days. Yeah. So as I said, this is what I want to show you guys. Also, what is very important, we have the Bitcoin. Basically, if you can see the Bitcoin, Ethereum will follow up the Bitcoin. Basically, Bitcoin already come into this range of previous heights. So if you can see, we are already here at the tops. Basically now today we just again test this top side. So if you can see here, we try a few times to break about this green line and we got rejected, and now we are trying again. Basically today we see again try to break about $106,000, and if we manage to break it, I think next target is $120,000. Basically, so what that means, yeah, if the Bitcoin follow up this breakout, we will see a big push up on the market, and this will also bring the Ethereum to at least $4,000, basically, because Bitcoin will make new all-time highs and Ethereum will follow up again. Because if you can see here, Ethereum is still at only 2,500 because it was to oversell. Basically, we see 5 months of the sell. And when we break this flag, you can see our target is 4,200. Basically, this is our target for this long trade. And when we break it, we will just be at the point where the Bitcoin is now. So basically, just maybe not even close where the Bitcoin now. So now I will show you. We will be maybe at this range. So when the Ethereum come to the 4,200, we will be maybe here. But Bitcoin will be at 120K, basically. And Ethereum then will need to go to 4,800. This is all-time high for Ethereum. And when it breaks, it will go to the 120,000, or Ethereum, as I look at before, I think I speak this last year, basically what we are looking on the next target is around $6,000. This is the target when the Ethereum breaks 4,800. At that moment, I think we will go into the $6,000, but my main target is around $9,000 to $10,000 for this period of the time of Ethereum. And that means if we come with Ethereum to $10,000, that means that Bitcoin is around $200,000 or close to $200,000. So basically, this is how the market follows up. As I said, there is many altcoins on the market. I'm looking up now on Ethereum because we are based on the Ethereum and we are looking up to get more tokens and more value for our token from the Ethereum. But as I said, what I also like to trade on and what I can suggest you to trade on is the projects, yeah, who have really big benefits for the future. I also got some questions about the Solana. Basically, yeah, if you can see here, this is, I think, what I 1 month ago, yeah, all right to you guys. So basically, when we break about this range, we will go into the $200. Yeah. So if you can see here, it just takes the time. Now, what we are looking on is this $223. Basically, this is where we are going next. Yeah. So when we break this range, when we break this resistance line, now, if you can see here, this is our previous support for 2 times. And when we break it, we see big dump. So now Solana need to break about 184, hold it sometime, and then we will see next target. So basically for the daily traders, for Solana, the easiest way is when you see the breakout about 184 and price hold it for 1 day, then you can enter the long trade. And take this long trade until it go to $220. But yeah, I can assure you, if you can see here, when we see the breakout above this red line, I will make it maybe yellow, yeah. If you can see here, when we see the breakout above this yellow line, we see just big push up to almost $270. And after it, when this yellow line hold, we go almost to $300. Yeah. So basically, this is almost the same as Ethereum. This is, let's say, $2,700 for Ethereum. And for Solana is $184. Basically, when we see the breakout above $184, at that moment, when we see the breakout, we will see really big push up on the market. If you can see here, basically, when we see this breakout above this yellow line, we will see the bigger push up on the market. And next target is 220, and then we will go back to the $300 range here. So as I said, for confirmation of Solana coin, best is maybe to wait until it breaks about 184, then buy, or just wait maybe for some lower dips. What I'm looking on is maybe retest this line. Basically, if you can see here, I think we almost retested. Yeah, this was previous retest. So basically, market go here, retest this 182, make some retest of this yellow line, and then make the breakout. So basically, this could also happen. So if you can see here, basically price can go into the $155, $56, and then we will see the bigger push up on the market. So basically, this will be how they call it, copy pasta from this last move, and this could make the move on the market. Basically, this is about Solana. Also, yeah, we trade Arbitrum network. Arbitrum network is following up with Ethereum. As I said, now we see this big push up into the $0.5 per one Arbitrum, if you can see here. But yeah, as I said, as Ethereum is really oversold, so now we are looking out for some support line. Basically, we come close into this yellow line. So as I said, when Arbitrum breaks above $0.5, then next target is $1. Basically, if you can see here, basically from this point of $0.5, we just see the big push up into the $1.25. Basically, with these trades, you can almost double the money. So as I said, now it's close to buying position. Basically, you could also buy this coin at this moment because it is now at support line. But when we break $0.5, at that moment we will go to the $1 or even higher. And if you can see here, there is a lot of the meat here. Yeah. So basically, it will go almost to the $2, $2.5. So that means 500% into the profit from this point when it breaks about $0.5. And this is our network. As I said, when the market makes bigger recovery, when the Ethereum come back into his range about 2,700, you will see how this coin will pump. Because all these transactions, all these cheap transactions will go into this kind of the tokens, because these tokens are a layer 2 network for Ethereum, and they will also gain really big momentum. Also, if you can see here, OP is almost the same coin. Basically, also buying of this coin will also can bring you some good gains, because this is also layer 2 network for Ethereum for cheap transactions. So as I said, when Brian asked me, Jake, what you will trade now? Yeah, when Ethereum make the big push up, all these small altcoins who are connected to Ethereum will follow up. So this is what I call lagging coins. Yeah, basically when we see some big, I can show you here. Basically when we see this big push on the Ethereum, at that moment, after some time, I think maybe take day or two, we see this push on the Arbitrum network. Yeah. So if you can see here, from this moment until here, we almost see 63% of the push up just in 3 days. So this is when this kind of the tokens are following up the Ethereum. So now they're just preparing for the next leg up. And when Ethereum makes the break about 2,700, this coin will follow up. It will maybe lag maybe for 1 or 2 days, but after it will follow up and it will make some really big push up. So if you want to trade this kind of the tokens, just follow up the main coin, what is Ethereum, see where the Ethereum is going, and they will follow up. They will follow up, and this is the easiest game. So basically, this is how you can easily profit for the long term. Also, one of the coins what I love to trade is Ondo. But I'm looking now, Ondo is now still at support line. So basically, this is still good buying for now. And as I'm looking up for the Ondo, is going to at least $10, yeah, into this next bull run. Basically, now we are at $0.91. So basically, if we just come back into this range where we've been at the beginning of the year, it will be 130% in plus. But I'm looking up to break even higher and go into the bigger positions. So as I said, for this coin, I'm looking up to the $10, but yeah, I will be satisfied with even $5. It is almost 500% from this point. Yeah. So as I said, guys, this is still good at support. Altcoins been sell off during this week, and if you can see, we see this big sell off, but that means you need to take good buying position, good entry point, and this could make you into the some nice trades. Yeah. But yeah, as I said, I will not speak anymore about the charts. So basically, what you need to know, guys, you are not late for buying Ethereum and joining into the TGA, because now we are into the middle of our channel, and sooner or later Ethereum will break about 2,700, and when we see the breakout, you will see some really great gains. Yeah, and from this moment, what I want, yeah, Brian, you can jump.
No, give me a Sui coin. Go to Sui coin. There's so much. You know, where do you see that one going? I love trading that one because on
Yeah,
MEXC there's zero fees on it, so it's like a
I
mooch.
I I buy some Sui at $2. Yeah, at this
Oh,
point. Yeah,
you're sitting pretty.
this
It
one,
looks like
this
it's
one.
gonna go to $6.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, this is what I write. Yeah, I think we speak. Yeah, I think 1 month ago, month and a half, about the Sui, and this is what I write, guys. Yeah. So basically, we're buying at $2, and if you can see now, we come to almost about $4, and now we are at $3.7. Yeah. So if you can see, for the for the Sui chart is really simple. Basically, after all these drops, we see this breakout of the
Yep.
channel. And after this breakout of the channel, we are looking up to come to the top of this channel. So basically, this is our target for now. So for the SUI target is $5.3 what we are looking on. I've been trading SUI for also for the long time. Yeah, basically I've been here when the SUI was under $1 in his range, and also traded in this range around $1.6. Yeah, into the this moves. Yeah, so basically every time it breaks above the channel about $2, you just see some big explosion up. So if you can see here, when we just break about $2.2, just pumped away. Yeah, and what we are looking now is just going up. These charts look really healthy. So basically just retest this previous resistance line, if you can see here. And when it make this retests, when you see this is retest, maybe it will hold around this area, $3.5. And next leg will be to at least this range. So what I see for the next resistance line is here for $4.7. Basically, this could be our next resistance line. And when it comes to this range, it will maybe retest again at $4.2. And after it, I think we will see some really big pump. But this coin is really healthy, and this coin can pump really big. So as I said, this coin will surely go to $10. It's just a matter of the time when the liquidity will come on. But yeah, for this coin, you just trade it into the range. So basically, just make your lines, see where you find all support, when you find all resistance line as here, and just buy. Yeah, so basically you are buying when you come close to this range, sell some part at resistance. When you see the breakout, buy additional stuff. When you go to next resistance, sell 50%. When you see retest, buy with these gains and just build it. Yeah, so this is how we call it into the move. So basically you are buying and selling. So buying at support, selling 50% as resistance, at retest, regain, rebuy, then at resistance, resell 50%, and this is how you build. And basically with this kind of the trade, you can go to 200% just in few weeks. Yeah. Basically just buy, sell orders into the channel, because this chart is really healthy. There is a lot of the money in this coin, and I think, yeah, this coin will pump really big, really high, and it's so obvious. Yeah. So basically, if you can see here, this is all support. Basically, this was resistance. When it breaks, this all support. As you can see here, it just retests this line. Now it's go up like this. Now it will retest this line and then go into the next move. So basically, it's really simple to trade this kind of the coins. But yeah, as I said, it could be sometimes hard to trade this into the 1 hour or 15-minute trades, like Brian traded. Yeah, because
Yeah.
if you can see, it's a killer. Basically, if you are going to look these charts, yeah, this
Fun to
is,
trade, but it could kill you. Yeah, this one
yeah,
is
this is 7 to 10% moves just in few hours. Yeah, Basically, if you can see here, this is just in one day what could happen. Basically, if you buy here, you'll be liquidated until it come back. Then you will be again into the profit. Then it will kill you. It will kill your whole account. Now it will make some small pump. Then it will regain kill. So for the daily trade, it's really little bit hard to trade this kind of token because there is a lot of them, wicks up and down. But if you know your range, if you know what are you buying, and if you're ready to hold for some time, maybe for a few days or a week, I think with this coin you can gain benefit really big. And it's pretty simple to trade on daily, but on 1 hour or minute chart, you need to be good in this one. Yeah. So basically, you need to be really good. But
Really
let me
fast.
see. Yeah, and really fast. Yeah. But how my indicators looks like, yeah. I think they catch most of the gains, yeah. So basically, if you can see here, we got this double green. Basically, if you buy here, you could go up, see one small red, go down, again one green, make some small push up. Basically, this is almost close to the stop loss. After it, we see some big push up into the resistance line. So yeah, as I said, with some good tools, you could trade it, but as I said, it's really risky and you need to be really, really good on this. Yeah.
I got
Yeah,
one. So guys, hold on one second, Tim. So guys, the biggest takeaway that I've had from watching Jake over the years is seeing these trend lines, seeing where to come in and where to, where to sell, where it can go. Talking about Ethereum with Jake, this weekend, it was like it could bounce on 2450, but if it breaks through that, it could go to like 2323, and it literally went to $2,323 and then bounced from there. But it was looking like we were going there. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, me and Dr. Fred bought some, Ethereum at like 2478, which is still a great price, but even doing this, watching this, if when later on, and we got our chat, we're posting trades, which is great. It's awesome. But you can spot trade with just following this right here. Cause like you can see where it comes back down to the trend line where that little green arrow is going up. That would be a time to buy, some of this token. And then as it goes up and up and up and you're in the profit, you can sell anytime back to USDT, so this was like a big takeaway for me to do trading wise on following these almost like trend lines. And a lot of people ask me, give me your trade setups. I'm a scalper. I don't know how in the heck Jake can go to sleep overnight trades. I literally, I'm like sleeping with one eye open. Like I bet Jerry's awake. You know what I mean? So I like to scalp, get in, move my stop loss as fast as I can on the trade, like right below it. And then once it pumps a little bit, I drag it right to profit. And I'm like, all right, let it go. I might do 3 trades in a day if they take off from the stop loss. I might do 10 to 12 trades a day if it keeps hitting stop losses. I'm like, hey, $7, $8, $10, you know what I mean? Just taking those gains. But I scalp. I do not even day trade. Day trade is all day. I don't want to
Yeah,
be in
yeah,
all day long. If I'm in a trade all day long, that means I'm probably in a bad trade. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. As I said, we us traders, yeah, who have more than 5 years of experience, we call the brand this adrenaline junkie traders. Yeah, so so he want to know when he's in profit 200, $300, and then he close it. Yeah, we have the money now, catch it. Yeah, so we call this adrenaline traders. Yeah, and they can catch up really good. But as I said, you need to just follow your strategy. So as I said, if you have opportunity as a brand to take this up, you can use this kind of the tools like this rider algo what I'm using on. So basically he predicts me when I can find support, when can I find resistance. This kind of the tools can help you to trade into the daily. Basically, if you can see here, we can go into the 5 minute chart and he will also prepare for me algorithms when I can find some long-term support, when I can find some long-term sell positions. And basically for that you can trade it really easy and really fast. Yeah, and if you can see here, you just send me the signals to buy it, to put some orders in, and this is only for 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. I need to check this. When I see these few green lines, I can buy it. And basically when I see this limit order, sell, some warning, this is it. And if you can see this trade, if I take it, this will be 6%. And if you, let's say, have only $10,000, not only, yeah, for somebody it's really big money, but if you have $10,000 in a spot trade, basically for the spot, not need to use leverage, you could get yourself 6% here. Basically, this is $600 for you guys. Yeah. Basically, with $10,000, you could get $600 with this kind of the trade. Yeah. So as I said, trading is fun, but for the trading, you need to prepare yourself, see some tools, what you can bring, just follow up. And as I said, always for the guys who want to jump into the trade, just watch the charts. Watch the charts, just look all day. Maybe it will take 1 or 2 months until you look it. Maybe you will never even execute one trade. Yeah. My first trade when I traded, I think it was $1,000 and I used 100x leverage. Yeah. And I lose in 10 minutes. Yeah. I lose $1,000 in 10 minutes. Yeah, because I was crazy. I put the $100,000 trade with only $1,000. Yeah, and it just go top top, and Jake was dead. Jake was liquidated, and I didn't even open my trading for next 2 months. I was so disappointed that I was so stupid to lose $1,000 in few minutes. Yes, this is stupid decisions.
Talking about liquidations, what have you seen the past like day and a half, or even last
Yeah,
24 hours?
yeah, yeah. In these few days we see over $1 billion of liquidation, and
Where does
I'm
that
just following
liquidation
up.
where does that liquidation go though?
All this liquidation guys go into the exchanges. Basically, 50% of them go in central exchanges and 50% go in decentralized exchanges. And if you
I
can
got a
see
question
here,
then. I got a question though.
GMX go almost during this weekend, they go with the total value locked to $500 million. They've been at $300 million just on the Friday.
See
Basically,
that?
this is $200 million they add up during this weekend. Yeah. And basically, this is so crazy. And as I want to show you guys, this is why I want to show you, Brian. Yeah, we have $120 million in long trades and $107 million in short trade. And this is why the market is really crazy. It's just 50-50. And this
Oh
is
my,
why they're liquidating everybody. So as I said, this $100 million will go. It will disappear, basically. And these guys, I can assure you, by the next week, by next Monday, it will be around $700 million.
write that
Basically
down,
7
guys.
to 800 million. Yeah, so it's really crazy. It's really crazy, and this kind of the stuff is what we are want to TMX.
I
Basically,
got
want to
something
take
here
market.
that's
Yeah,
beneficial, and I want you to kind of explain it though too, because I've talked to some people that understand cryptocurrency, blockchain, yada yada yada, all they know everything, but do they know about how futures tradings works and how liquidations work? So like say we started, Jake, with $100,000 in liquidity inside of TMX. Would you be worried if for that 3 months, that 100,000 or even month, what if people take it out? How fast are we going to make extra, liquidity for our exchange? You know what I mean? Because some
yeah.
owners and like we've had a conversation with the lady that was like, oh, watch out, they're going to take the liquidity out. And it's like, does it matter?
Yeah. So basically, yeah, as I said, for futures trading, it's a little bit different than spot trading than token trading. Yeah. So if you know, guys, when you put some token on decentralized exchanges, and you need to put liquidity and the tokens, and basically this is how some guys from your network, let's say, or your buyers, can dump this token. And this is how these guys will drain this liquidity out. And this is what could happen. But with the futures trading, you are putting your dollars, your USDTs for the future price of some coin. Basically, you are now putting, let's say, $100,000. That Bitcoin will go to the $120,000. And if Bitcoin now drop to the $100,000, you could lose $5,000, and your loss will go into the liquidity. This is very important. Basically, 95% of the traders are in loss. You don't need to lose all position. In most of the case, traders close their trades when they are, let's say, 10, 20, or 30% into the loss. And all this loss will go into our liquidity for the futures trading. Basically, that means that our liquidity during the time can double or even triple when we see this kind of the event. So if you can see here, basically they now have $100 million into the long and $100 million into the short trades. And there is big possibility that they will take at least $50 million from the long trades, because they will make some drop on the market. And again, they will just repump it and close all at least half of these short trades. Yeah. Basically, that means they will take $100 million from these trades and put it back into the total value lock. Basically, all this liquidation will go into the lock, and they will grow their liquidity. And that means that they will have additional $100 million for the traders to use. So this is just that simple. Basically, all this
Oh,
liquidation money will accommodate more traders to jump. Yeah.
yeah. So more traders means more fees, right? And
Yeah.
that means more percentages for those people that are providing liquidity and for the token holders to stake as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And as I wanted to
Like it.
share with you guys, is that you will see now GLP token. This token is mean about liquidity. GLP token is now $1.39. That means when they opened liquidity, this token was only $1, basically $1 per $1. But during the time, during this whole liquidation events, it go to the $1.39. So that means they add up almost 40% into their liquidity only in token value. So what that means? So let's say if you put $10,000 into the liquidity of TMX, during the time, if we go, let's say, to $1.4, you will then have the value of $14,000 because it will grow to the $14,000 into the value because we add up 40% more money from liquidations into your position. So this is what that means, yeah, guys. And also
Is
that
that
means that
even counting the like what you would earn kind of daily from the fees too?
yeah, so basically from the fees, that means that will depend on the amount of the traders what we accommodate. But as I said, during with the fees are always fixed. Let's say if you open $100,000 trade, you will need to pay $200 for the fees. And this 50% of all these fees will go to the liquidity providers, 20% of the fees will go to the token stakers. Basically, this is always fixed. It's not matter that trader will lose or trader will win. It will always need to pay the fees. And this is why TMX stakers and liquidity providers will always get their fees. Yeah, basically we will provide them these fees because when the trader open the trade, he need to pay the fee. But additional money for the liquidity providers is this liquidation events. Basically, their value of deposit can grow during the time. And as I said, if you invest $100,000, maybe I see this price go to the $2.5. Basically, this for early investors go from $2.5. So that means if you put $100,000 in liquidity, during the time this could go to $250,000 into the value of liquidity because all these liquidation events been add up to your value. Because as I said, TMX will not take money from liquidity because liquidations because this is how Binance, Coin Market App, and all this exchange, this is what they get the most money. They got most money from liquidations. But when you are with the decentralized exchanges, we cannot take the money from the liquidations because all this liquidation money go into our pool for the traders and for the liquidity. And as I said, this is guys, while you are at this moment at some really great project, and this is how you can grow your money for the years to come. Yeah.
But Jake, so when you say we can't take it, is that because we're on a smart contract and like once that's launched and audited, that it just runs?
Yeah, basically at that moment, yeah, when we go fully live, when we get or audit all these smart contracts, at that moment, yeah, it will be fully automated. Basically, we don't have any more power here, so Jay cannot do, yeah, basically anything. We need to vote for everything what we want to add up. So if you can see, we will have our ecosystem. Basically, in ecosystem, you will vote if you want to add up something, if you want to add up more tokens to trade, if you want to raise leverage or this kind of the stuff, because you will have the power depending on how much of the tokens you have. Basically,
I
all
got
the
another
biggest
question
tokens
too.
will share you that. Yeah.
Does in TMX, like say we're in trade, say I'm moving a lot of money into my wallet and then I put it into TMX exchange. Can my money ever get locked up in the exchange like you see on some of these centralized exchanges?
Yeah, basically we cannot lock up your exchange. You cannot take your money. Basically, everything stays on your MetaMask or
Boom.
Trust
Right
Wallet at
like
any
that.
wallet. Yeah. So
I love
basically,
it.
nobody can control it. You
Nobody.
only put you only put your money into the trade by the smart contract. So let's say you put $10,000 for the trading, and you put it in the smart contract. Smart contracts say that Brian put $10,000 for buying Ethereum at 2,500, and it will sell it when Ethereum come to $3,000. And if this happens, smart contract will execute. He will give the brand back his money to the MetaMask, and that's it. So basically, guys, you are in full control of your money. Nobody can take it. And as I said, always protect your keys. If you are able, buy some hard wallet or take some mobile phone aside for your money, but nobody can control your money. And this is why the value of the decentralized exchanges will grow during the time. This is why we see last year $250 billion coming to the decentralized exchanges. And we
I
will be
love
number 17 of the futures decentralized exchanges. Yeah, guys. So basically,
it. To be
I'm
number
looking
one.
up. Yeah, I'm looking up at least $1 billion to come, yeah, to our exchange by the end of this year, at least from the trading board. Also, yeah, we follow up with these guys from the Flex. Basically, they're already at $1.1 billion. This guy just opened, I think, month and something. So basically, they're already at $1.1 billion. They have open interest to almost less than $1 million all the time. They already got $245,000 from the fees, basically what they share with the community. And they have only $1.6 million into the value of trades. So that's it, you guys. You will see how this will go this big and how strong it will go. So as I said, this is clear money, yeah. And this is what I'm looking at for the TMX. Basically, billions and billions of dollars will come to our exchange from the volume, and we will all benefit from this kind of stuff. So as I said, guys, we are on the beginning of something really great, really big. And as I said, just follow us, buy some Ethereum, take yourself position at TGA. As I said, you will love it. You will love the gains. You will see when we get listed on few exchanges who are really big with some billions and billions of dollars there. So you will see some great results, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, Jake, so Naps, he sent me some message direct. So like, are we going to able to buy and trade different altcoins on the TMX like you showed at Sui and other one? Or like we're gonna get listed all of them step by step? Or like we're gonna
Yeah,
have some, how that
yeah,
gonna be?
yeah. At the beginning, we will have few biggest coins, yeah, for the trade. But during the time, during the add up of the volume, we will add up more tokens, yeah. So basically, we cannot list 50 tokens at the beginning. We will list, I don't know, 5, 10, or 15 tokens. But during the time, as we see, as there is demand about the token for the trading, we see there is good volume for this token, we will add it up. Yeah. So as I said, every exchange need to add up this token during the time. So as I said, guys, but in my case, what I see around 80% of all volume come from Ethereum and Bitcoin. Basically, all these other coins are good, but yeah, they are good for the losing the money. Yeah, basically, the traders lose the money on these small altcoins. They are good for the exchanges, but as I said, most money is in Ethereum and Bitcoin, and all other coins just hold around 20% of all trades what we have on the market. Yeah.
Got it, got it. All right.
Okay, yeah. As I said, guys, I think this
I
is it.
got some stuff I'd like
Yeah,
to share.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
okay.
yeah. You
Can
can
I share
share it.
screen? Yeah. So guys, one thing I've been posting in the chats and is like, getting into trading groups, following different traders online. Because in time, I want you guys to benefit from the volume of this exchanges too by sharing it. Not only that, but I want to show you guys a couple different things here. So let me go here. So, okay, here's the chart. Let's go to Discord. So I get in all these traders' Discords. They're posting, and this is something like Jerry. Jerry's trading. This is something that he would join some of these guys' Discords. See, Hyperliquid, isn't that just similar like ours, Jake? That's just a decentralized exchange where they trade as well with their wallet, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Okay.
as we get TMX and we execute a trade, we'll have the same type of thing that other, you see Mexi, you see Weeks, we'll be posting our TMX, gains into these discords. And people are going to be like, what's TMX? Well, bam, there you go. Go join TMX, be a part of the exchange. That brings more liquidity to us. But you can see that they're trading on all these different exchanges in here. Mexi, you can see different ones. You go to like Crypto Lifer and his Mexi, a lot of Mexi in there. They usually have some of the lowest fees in the industry. Blowfin, like you can see these different things. Weeks right here. So like as we're posting ours, and then we're posting in our Telegram, they'll probably be posting in our Twitter. But get into different groups, different trading groups. If you're going to do any trades, so you can post some of your gains in some of those as well. Because as we're going and we're teaching everybody, you want to do that as well. If you're doing this, if you're going that route. And like Jake said, like I've traded on weeks. I started with $2,400. I've moved back my original investment back to the spot account. So there's everything is safe there. And then I keep around 10,000 in my futures account, which I got $1,000 bonus, Jake. Well, last night. So got that $1,000, an extra thousand in there on the 5 million trading volume in a month. So, I mean, be smart, be safe, but learning how to use spot is super simple. Once our token, if you get a token here, you'll type it in TMX, it'll be up there. In the meantime, you can see GMX is up there, and you can click on it and then it'll bring it down here. And then you can purchase it at whatever price that it is. You can put a limit order or a market order that way. And then once you have the token, then you can put a limit order on selling it as well. So, my biggest takeaway was an aha moment today when I don't know why I didn't think of this before, Jake, but was when I got a trade and I popped up and it was like Mexi, $80. I was like, and then I look at the Discord, I was like, oh my gosh, when we have TMX, we can take those little trades and post them everywhere. And even guys that aren't trading, you're not trading at all, you don't have to trade. You can just put money into TMX, put the token into TMX, stake it. You can add liquidity and stake it. You can join our Telegram. We're going to be posting, Jake's going to be posting them in there. Jerry will probably be trading too. We'll have more traders come on and do this. But you can take our images and be like, yo, my buddy Brian did a trade. Oh, my buddy Jake did a trade. People are going to go, what's TMX? Glad you asked. Here, let me send you a link. This is completely in your control to your wallet on your phone or your computer. Because that's one thing we see all the time. Jerry posted a good article where, I mean, these centralized exchanges they're cracking down a lot of places and following you, trying to control your money in, money out. I mean, Tim will tell you right now, he's got his money in a centralized one that he has to argue with him on why his money was sent there. And he's like, why does it even matter? Just give me my money. I guarantee he's ready to put it into TMX so he knows he has complete control over it and to do the same thing. So I just wanted to throw that out there because, when we get our own and, images on those trades.
Yeah. So basically, this is the easiest way to promote the exchange. Basically, just share these banners from your trades, and or your community. So let's say if the Gotti open his affiliate account, he will have his affiliate, and he just put some small trade into the Bitcoin. Let's say buy Bitcoin for $5,000, sell it for $6,000 in profit. At that moment, he will have his banner, and this banner will share his affiliate link. So everybody will see that Gotti makes some profit from the exchange, plus he will get his affiliate link. So basically you can see
Just like
here
that.
on the down, you will see his reference code, you will see his link. So everybody who see his trade, they will just click there and they will be connected. So basically for the guys who are building the community and this kind of stuff, this is the easiest way to build your community because people will see your gains, people will see how you do it, and they will just one click away and they will connect to your affiliate program. And basically from that moment, when they trade, when they use the trade, they will build your volume and you will get the profit from that. So as I said, guys, learn how to trade, get some additional part for yourself, and also for promoters, you will get some cool banners. So with these cool banners, with the profit, you will be able to share your affiliate links, and this is how you will be able to connect more people to join up. So as I said, guys, this is the easiest way to build it. And as I said, DEX is a future, so don't wait too long. Jump into the TGA. I can guarantee you by the end of the year you'll see few X's minimum. But as I said, don't take me by the word. Jake already bring you some profit from the trade tribe. Now from this 100% or plus, we are going to the 300 or 500% or even more. So this is my main type. This is my mission vision, and this is where we are going. So as I said,
Also,
guys,
Wednesday, Jake has another Zoom at 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, not 2, 12 o'clock. And I'm going to do one, probably David too. I didn't even ask him yet, but 9 o'clock Eastern, Wednesday night. I don't know, Jerry, if hopefully that's 9 a.m. Maybe that'll help some of you guys get on from Malaysia, but we'll do one 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday night as well. So I'll kind of mimic a little bit what Jake goes over, talk about TMX, show a little bit about weeks, how everything works. So we'll start doing some more times as we lead into this because I mean, this is going to be fun. Oh, and don't forget, don't forget to go into right here, go into the Trade Tribe Perpetual page. Once you get this connected to your wallet, we're on the Arbitrum network. You can see I got some Ethereum in here. You just point one, bang, deposit. It pops up. You just confirm this and that. So like my favorite thing to do, guys, and this is hilarious, is just kind of do right at the minimum constantly. So those ding, ding, ding and Telegram, and people's like, what's going on? You know what I mean? So you just kind of keep doing that. Then you got like Dr. Fred that goes and splashes a whale down, and I'm over here just throwing,
Yeah,
but so yeah, we have an amazing community. You're on here new, you're on here, long term. All of us want passive income. All of us want to be a part of something for
yeah.
years to come. We don't want to just pump and dump a token, but we want to be able to teach you guys how to control that. And if you want to sell some, we'll teach you that as well. At the same time, Jake, we follow Jake's advice. We add the liquidity, we add our token, we take those gains from the token gains and we put them into liquidity. And Jake, I know getting started, TMX, obviously we're going to be getting traders on every day, trying to get more liquidity for more traders. But like say I had 5,000 TMX tokens, right? And I stake that into the exchange right away. What do you think? And I know this is hard to give you this. You tell me what you think. And I know this is what do you think I'd be making kind of per day in USDT? Anywhere from 1%.
Yeah. So basically, this is when Brian asked me this. This is some advanced mathematics. Yeah, but yeah, I
Yeah.
just want to break it down. So basically, for this kind of the stuff, what I look in previous, let's say, stuff what we bring on previous exchanges, what I invest, work, or trade with them. Basically, for the early investors, it goes at least from 200 to 500% on yearly base. So that means that you can go, let's say, from 0.5% a day to maybe even 1.5% or even 2%, basically. But this depends on the yearly base, yeah. So don't take me by the word. Maybe at the beginning it will be 0.1%, then it will go to 0.5%, then it will go to 1%, then it will come back to the 0.5, then it will go to 1.5%, basically. But the average is at least 200%. Or even bigger, yeah. So as I said, in this kind of the stuff, so let's say if you have 5,000 tokens, token price is $2. That means that you bring, let's say, $10,000 in value of staking money. And if we go with 200% into the profit, that means that your value now will be around $30,000. You basically will get 20,000 of passive income during the 1 year. So that means during that period of the time, you will get daily, I don't know, around $70, 60, $50 or something in this range. Yeah. But it's all depends during the time and during the volumes. As I said, as more traders come to the TMX, it will be bigger gains for all of us, bigger profit, bigger fees, share, and this is how we will build it. But as I said, from my experience, at least 200% and all other is up. Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
love
So
it. Thank you, Jake, for everything. We're gonna do one tomorrow around what time, Tim,
Yeah, I
David?
think 1 p.m. Eastern is good, guys. Yeah, like Dave, what do you think? 1 p.m.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right, cool. And Jake, how you feeling about the TGE raise right now in Ethereum? Are you feeling pretty good? Like,
yeah, I think we are on good track. Yeah, as I said in my papers, our main goal was to raise at least 200 Ethereum. I think this will not be a problem. But yeah, I would be happy to see 300 to 400 Ethereum that we raise. Yeah, it will be really good. And basically, it will give more power to our TMX token. And basically, as I said, we are looking up to get the Ethereum at least about $3,000. So that means we can pump initial price really big, really high, and plus all these new guys what will come. Yeah, I think guys we have some really great product for the market, and we will be number 17 exchange who will have futures trades. Yeah, so you can just imagine how big this is. Yeah, so basically, guys, don't wait too long. This is big opportunity, and by the end of the year, you remember what Jake said. Yeah, so basically, take your position up, and you will see some really good value for the years to come. So yeah,
appreciate it, Jake.
yeah,
Thank
so
you.
thank you guys, and have a nice weekend. Maybe on the Wednesday, yeah, we can give some Ethereums, yeah, maybe some amounts, yeah, as a giveaway, yeah. So as I said, we will share
Like
some,
that.
some rewards, yeah, for the community, for the people. So yeah, so you can guys jump in, and you will be rewarded for your attentions and for listening, Jake, for the whole hour. Yeah. So thank you guys, and have a nice day.
Yeah, that's
Bye,
great.
guys.
You guys, like 12 p.m. is gonna be on Wednesday, so 2 hours earlier, like for our Asian members. Yeah, like, and also tomorrow 1 p.m. Eastern. And Brian's Zoom, like for Wednesday 9 p.m. Eastern. So see you guys. Recording gonna be posted soon.